세바스찬, 날 기다리고 있었니? 맞아, 데이트해야지.
Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks.
깜빡했어.
Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
너한테만은 솔직해지겠어.
Seems he's working with Ranrock. And Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts.
Ranrock? And when were you at Gringotts?
Professor Fig and I ended up there after the dragon attack. It's quite the tale. Fig had this
A portkey? To Gringotts? I'm not sure I follow.
I barely follow myself, and I was
나도 이해가 안
there.
가거든.
Anyway, we ended up in an ancient vault where we found a map. That map leads to the restricted section.
You can't be serious.
Deadly serious. Professor Fig has insisted that I not tell a soul about any of this. I've probably said too much.
Understood. Your secret's safe with me. Whatever it
역시.
is.
Thank you, Sebastian. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight.
어머,
And tell no one.
도서관에서 뭐 하려 그래? 우리 걸리면 어떡해?
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside
너 그런
from
걸
wanting
즐기는
destruction
아이구나.
of property,
그래.
he loves nothing more
스릴
than telling on
있지.
the likes of us.
저녁에 보자.
Thank you, Sebastian.
Oops,
I'll meet you later.
I did it again. Sebastian? Do you hear me? 뭐야? 데이트하는 거 아니었어? 하긴 사람이 있으면 안
See
되지.
there? That's the door we need to reach.
저 방엔 뭐가 있니?
And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner. So don't let them see us.
맞아.
Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The disillusionment charm.
투영
Good for getting
마법?
places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light. Just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
알려줘봐, 해보게. 투영. 우린 아직 젊다 이거지? 투영. 자, 잠깐만. 숨어드세요. 숨어 모아요. 자, 가자.
Quietly now.
쉿쉿쉿. 레벨리어. 쉿쉿. 따라와. 쉿쉿. 조용해 조용해. 세바스찬 따라오고 있니? 그래. 어그로 좀 끌어봤어. 덜컹. 씨발 소리 때문에 걸리겠다.
Blast. The librarian's still here.
책장,
Behind the
책장.
bookcase.
뒤로. 이제 뭐 하면 돼? 어머.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be alright.
Usually.
Do you see her desk behind
그래,
me?
우리가 보통 사이는 아니야.
The key is
나도
in the
그렇게
drawer of
생각해.
that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
오케이. 좋은
You
생각이야.
distract, I get the key. Understood.
I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
그래, 고마워. 역시. 오 씨발. 죽기. 블랙 교장 선생님께.
The key. Here it is.
여기. 선생님 억울 안 끌리는데
Is
세바스찬?
someone there? Is that you, Peeves?
No. 레이첼이에요.
That wasn't so difficult after all. Now, find that book.
조용해.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more
어머,
useful
언제
than
왔어?
it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
오케이. 레벨리오. 쉿. 따라와. 세바스찬 따라와. 실세와 적. 아, 오케이.
Ghost, don't let her see you.
여기 아니야? 조용해. 따라와. 보고 있어? 그래.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about.
진짜로?
We must remain unseen.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm
살금살금
looking for a
다니지
cure to help
말라더니
my
들키면
twin
안
sister,
된다니? 뭔
Anne,
개소리야 이게?
so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin knows everyone else is giving.
Why do you think you'll find a cure in the restricted
잠깐만.
section? Does the
잠깐
Hogwarts
비켜봐.
matron have nothing that can help Anne?
비켜 이 새끼야.
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaine. But I can research on my own. No need
느려
to
터졌어
concern
아주
yourself
속
with that
터져.
right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
보면 알 수
You're
있을
being
거야.
awfully cryptic.
눈깔 상자인가? 레벨리오. 여기 있어. 두 명이나. 어머, 얘네도 밀회를 즐기고 있네. 속 터져. 잠깐만. 아시오. 헉? 뭐였지? 아시오가 아니라면 혹시 레벨리오? 아, 레비오스구나. 돌려 돌림판. 씨발 깜짝아.
Have we here?
아, 이 미친 새끼.
Sebastian Cello and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty. You'll get caught.
세바스찬이 얘 죽여도 되겠니?
Peeves, don't
I'm
you...
going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
네 맘대로 해, 새끼야.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into
맞아.
trouble for me.
곤란해지는 거
I have a
싫어,
way
우리
with the faculty
세바스찬.
when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor. Revelio.
아, 얘를 고쳐야 되는 거지요. 레파로.
Reparo.
숨어.
Revelio.
레벨리오. 무서운데? 이게 맞아? 잠깐만, 나 혼자 두고 너 어디 간 거야, 새끼야.
Of course. Traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room.
아니, 잠깐만. 나 눈깔 상자 좀 얻고 가자. 눈깔 상자가 아니야? 아니었다. 가자, 주사기. 또 이런 거. 아유. 그래.
Revelio.
레벨리아. 나와. 다 알아. 너네 거기 있는 거 다 알아. 나와봐. 나와. Very green 모자. 잠깐만. 껴볼게요. 지팡이. 와우, very good. 너무 이쁜데? 간지 작살이잖아.
Where might this lead?
또 싸울 각이구만. 가는 게 맞지? 일단은 맞짱뜰 준비를 해야지. 혹시 모르니까 뭐 가자. 레벨리오. 가보자. 뭐야? 그렇지.
Revelio.
아씨. 발.
Not surprising. Guards are ready.
레비오소, 아시오, 인센디오, 스트라이크. 기모치. 어머, 또 있어, 씨. 야, 한 명씩 덤벼. 아시오, 인센디오. 까불지 마. 레번클로야. 꽉 찼구나. 오케이.
Revelio.
레벨리아. 또. 에휴. 그래. 스투페파이. 어? 엥? 너 왜 죽어? 나 아무것도 안 했는데? 혹시? 아시오. 아무것도 없죠? 저 먹고 싶은데. 오, 씨발 뭐야?
Revelio.
레벨리오.
This must be the way forward.
앞에 적 아직 없고. 빨리.
Nearly there.
그럴 것
Let's
같더라니.
keep my wits about me.
아, 저기 상자 있었어, 샹. 잠깐만. 글럽? 그치, 더 세구나. 외형 바꿔. 굿. 몰라? 일단 가.
Revelio.
레벨리오. 스텝파이. 야, 다 덤벼. 한 번에 덤벼, 새끼들아. 너 즉쳐. 훅. 스텝파이. 스트라이크. 너도 즉쳐. 프로테거, 스텝파이. 레비오소. 아시오, 인센디오, 페피. 레비오소 일로 와 이 새끼야. 까불고 있어 이씨.
It is a book after all.
책이잖아. 누구야 나와. 어? 뭔가 쌌어. 책이 뭔가를 쌌는데? 이게 뭐야? 뭐야? 아픈 사람 치료해주는 거야? 뭐야? 말을 해, 말을! 뭐냐고. See possible I can. 뚱해, 뚱해. 삐졌어.
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald?
벌써
Professor
컸다고?
Rackham?
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood? Professor Bakar?
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts,
I am.
I'm glad.
Hogwarts.
especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens,
학년부터
I was
입학해도?
also admitted to Hogwarts as a fifth year.
얘도?
I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years
Lugut?
ago when we
이 나쁜
visited
새끼
your
아니야?
hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too, but we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient
그렇구나.
magic.
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morgan.
뭐 훈련해준다고?
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Sebastian.
Sneaking in the restricted section
걸렸어.
again!
안 돼, 안 돼.
I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
That being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I
뭐야?
would
저씨
have you
얌체 같은
tell me.
새끼. 다 꼰질렀어.
You're a bright boy.
니네 둘이 사귀지.
Don't waste
아그네스
this.
스티브스.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
세바스찬 감동이야.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
선생님, 가족은 건들지 마세요. 쓰레 같은 년아. 나쁜 년.
Revelio.
그래서 이제 나 뭐 하면 돼? 길을 잃었어. 세바스찬.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be here.
레벨리오. 보잉? 잠깐만. 텔레포트 쓰면 되잖아. 선생님 어디세요?
Revelio.
이게 뭘까? 뭐야? 3 뭐냐, 니네? 말 아니야? 일, 2 아니야? 2, 6 6 1, 2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 컴이야? 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯. 아니라고? 뭔데? 아, 밑에가 그러면 검이고 이거면 다 해봐. 응, 아니야. 몰라, 씨.
Revelio.
아시오. 가져와.
Off on another adventure, are we?
안녕? 맴매. 뭘 많이 하나?
Revelio.
교수님. 안녕? 아. 어디 계세요, 교수님?
Revelio.
왜 왔다 갔다 시키시는 거야? 잠깐만, 일단 상자.
goblins, working with Rookwood. Makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor.
아까부터
I'll see what I can
있었거든요.
find out.
안녕.
I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black.
그래, 이실 짓고
It was
해야지.
a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section, as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time.
오.
I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
그걸
I
저한테
think I
물어보면
know,
어떡해요?
sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him
여름
and 3
쿨톤이구나.
other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
In the second, they were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
다녀오세요. 물어볼까?
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the
이렇게 허무하게
details
준
to
게 맞아?
ourselves until we know more.
알겠습니다.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day.
보셨어요?
But you'll want to pay attention in
맞아요.
herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return.
기대하시라고요?
Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
근데 이 아이가 빛나고 있어요. 사실 몰라. 왜 빛나고 있지? 전 이제 어디로 가죠? 선생님.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible.
아싸이. 부영이 오빠. 챔피언 나중에 성 밖에서. 너네 정말 이기적이다. 왜 나한테 오라가라야? 나쁜 년들.
I'd like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so.
근데 난 수업을 먼저 들어야 되거든. 뿅. 잠깐만. 타볼까? 지도. 이렇게 멀었어. 이거 걸어갈 뻔했네. 미친. 근데
Professor Fig and Weasley have asked that I teach.
어? 갑자기?
additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then
아니
proceed
잠시만요.
to
왜 계속 퀘스트를 이렇게 주세요? 나도 바빠요. 약초 수업만 듣고 갈게. 왜 이렇게 지촉해?
This cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Revelio.
뭔가 있는데? 야! 넌 땡땡 치냐? 너 누가 젤리 먹으래? 누가? 건방지게.
Revelio.
레벨리움. 어?
I've always said
뭐가
that
있는데?
travel broadens the mind.
아니 말고. 헉, 어머 이뻐.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear.
교수님이 이렇게 이뻐도 돼?
Need these for
반칙이야.
today's class.
A little treat for your auntie.
뭐야 왜 편해?
Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
어머 장미라고?
We do look forward to growing together. How
Thank
thrilling
you.
it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent
Knowledge.
herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacular than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio.
아키오구나 아키오.
Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears.
아 설마 그 징징대는 맨드레이커?
Now, everyone, grip the
맨드레이커구나.
mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
저 귀마개 아직 안 했는데요. 아우. 그만 울어 이 새끼야. 그만 징징대. 입 닥쳐 이 새끼야.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo!
유용하게 쓰시네요.
I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone.
한 것도 없는데요, 뭘.
Now for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting tables.
Taka.
You can all get started. I need to have a brief word with our new
Revelio.
student.
The best time to plant a seed is last season. The second best time is now.
아는 척 조지구연.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
애벌이 뭐야?
Did you know that you can use the mandrake to defend yourself? Why?
Yes, Professor?
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
아니에요, 과찬이세요?
Actually, I enjoyed it. I couldn't help but catch your enthusiasm.
How kind of you. It seems you're already taking to herbology like a mandrake to fresh soil. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany.
맞아요.
Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Picked them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful. A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
그렇군요.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement. Niffler's fancy,
or roses?
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
구분이 좀 심한데요?
Done! Once it can be harvested, your Dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Oh, yes.
Revelio.
어떻게 하라는 거야?
Hello.
안녕.
Saw you on your way to Hogsmeade the other day. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
Leander.
to meet you.
I'll be showing you the Chinese chomping cabbages. Up these stairs will take us there. But you'll lead.
그래. 미안. 근데 난 남자친구 있거든? 세바스찬이거든.
Nice work in defense against the dark arts, by the way.
넌 시시해.
Excuse me?
Your duel with Sebastian. And he's good.
Good.
Thinks he's really good. But you outright slaughtered him. It was brilliant.
Oh, well, thank you.
I nearly put Sebastian in his place myself.
잔뜩 가져가야지.
I mean, I would have if Hecate hadn't stopped me.
Didn't she stop that dragon skull?
Here we are, home of the Chinese chomping cabbage.
어? 뭐라? Good.
Now, see that dummy?
양배추를
Toss the cabbages at it. They'll do the rest.
굉장히 많이 가져갈 수 있다. 바카. 그다음 어떻게 하면 되니?
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to have a go at tending the cabbages. Give them some time to chomp and whatnot.
그래.
Nothing to it, really. Just
너도 나름
toss some of
착하게
those Chinese
생겼다.
chomping cabbages out.
넌
You'll
내
see fairly
세컨드에.
quickly why we call them that.
탭을 눌러. 닫고. 뭐야 이게? 어머 어머 어머.
That. Well, chomp on anything they can get their mouths on.
아 이렇게.
Mum planted some in her garden last year to keep the gnomes out. Did save her the de-gnoming, but they left her honking daffodils in
아
tatters.
정말 너무 재밌다.
I'm sorry. What do I need to do?
Garlic said she wanted you to... Nothing to it, really. Vicious little bastards, aren't they? My kind of plants. Not like stupid booba tubers and bouncing bulbs. The kind of plants that just have your back in a fight. Not saying you can't go it alone, but... Well, imagine that wasn't a dummy.
I suppose they could prove useful outside of the greenhouse. Nothing wrong with a bit of backup, even if it is from
맞아.
the
아주
cabbage.
현명해
It's chaos
레이첼.
out there. Trolls in Hogsmeade and such. You can't be above throwing a cruciferous vegetable if necessary. Dogweed and deathcap has more of them, if you're keen. Other plants too.
아,
Ones
그래?
your parents wouldn't
Okay.
plant in the garden. You get the idea. Anyway, we probably ought to head back to class.
알겠어.
Take your time. I'll see you back in class.
Revelio.
미안. 먼저 갈게. 여기도 뭐가 발견. 굿. garlic. Hey garlic.
Helpful reminder as to why we should...
I should think Professor Garlic would be more careful with her mandrakes.
맞아요, garlic.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing
꼭
digits.
바라시는 것 같네요.
And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
네.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you.
Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat sometime. I so enjoy checking in with my new
정말
students.
사랑스럽다. 교수님 너무 착하네. 세바스찬, 너 저 여자애랑 뭐 하고 왔어, 이 나쁜 놈아. 이거를
We
갖고
must first
가야지.
understand it. That goes for plants as well as friendships.
마법약 샵. 왜 문을 닫아? 나쁜 년들아.
How nice to see you.
I do
안녕,
wonder about
푸푸푸푸?
Professor Fig. He's hardly ever in his classroom. Most strange.
되게 이상하다. 얘들아 비켜봐. 얘는 아직도 먹고 있네? 야, 배 안 불러? 야, 멍청아.
Revelio.
뭘까요? 엥?
Shouldn't there be Aurors or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident in Hogsmeade?
Professor Black would never allow that.
얘들아 뒷땅 까면 안 좋아.
Bet he knows more than he's letting on about the Goblin Rebellion.
왜 절뚝거리셔?
Potions is one of the most
아까 그
challenging and
교수님이네?
hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wigan-Weld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wigan-Weld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before
역시
today's
우리
class is
동문.
completed, each of you will have brewed a Wigan-Weld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin. Use a strong, even motion when crushing your ingredients.
아, 이렇게.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
적당히 넣어야 된다, 적당히.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done.
전
And from what I hear
천재니까요.
of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however,
생긴 거와
may be harder to
다르게
obtain,
상냥하시네.
and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
네, 약간 스네이프 재질. 애쉬 와인더.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a Goblin Rebellion.
Did I hear
어머,
Professor
너니?
Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
왕자님이네. 제대로
He did
들었어.
say that. He wants me to get more ingredients to brew another potion.
Brilliant! You, my friend, have been presented with an extraordinary opportunity. I'm Gareth, by the
너도
way.
위즐리니?
Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh. But she can't be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular.
그래.
I'm just missing one tiny last
경솔하네.
ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
그래. 나와.
I'll get you the
깃털
Fwooper
갖다
feather,
줄게.
as long as you're certain Sharp won't miss it.
I assure you he won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Wait until you see what I'm brewing. Hurry back to me when you have the feather.
알겠어. 짬 처리시키네.
Remember,
Revelio. 깃털. 없지제? 쪽지다. 잠깐만. 상자? 얼룩덜룩 의.
stations organized and free of clutter.
야,
Here's the
가졌어.
Fwooper feather you wanted.
Brilliant! Thank you. This is going to take a moment to brew.
왜
You
빨리
should get back to brewing your
만들어줘.
Edurus potion, and I'll tell you when this concoction's finished.
그래, 알겠어. 먹보하는구나.
Professor Sharp said that Wiggenweld potion can treat injuries.
Efficiency and potions are two things that cannot be rushed. Have patience and be thorough.
뭐야, 30초 기다려? 오케이.
And now we add the
떠들고
mallow
있어야지.
sweet and...
야,
Professor
너
Sharp must have
똑똑하더라?
learned a lot during his time as an Auror.
Wait, it's not supposed to...
뭐야? 나랑 아직 얘기 안 끝났잖아.
I was impressed that you were able to answer Professor Sharp's question.
맞아,
about
잘못
the
있어.
Oh, thank you.
잠깐만, 지랄 났다,
Means a
얘.
lot coming from a fellow Ravenclaw.
난리
And I've
났어,
never seen
지금.
anyone brew such a flawless Wiggenweld potion on their first try. Well done.
I'm glad I was able to get it right the first time.
You must simply have a knack for potion making.
나도
Some
알아.
students seem so confounded by potion recipes, it's as if they're written in gobbledygook. A fascinating language, by the way. Neither here nor there, really.
갑자기 고블린어?
I am a self-taught speaker. Merlin's beard, good conversation is the enemy of free time. I must return my book, Gateway to the Far Stars, before my next class. Speaking of stars, we'll be in astronomy
아우,
today.
알겠어.
Mr. Weasley did not do this on his own.
교수님,
His accomplice will answer to me as well.
만들었어요.
I brewed an Edurus potion, as you asked, Professor.
I'm surprised you had the time. You seemed rather busy helping Mr. Weasley brew chaos.
만들라고 하셨잖아요. 까라면 까야죠.
I'm not sure what you're talking about, Professor.
You will not earn favor with me by failing to take responsibility
가스라이팅
for
하지
your
마세요,
actions.
샤프 교수님.
I
선 넘지
suggest you
마세요.
heed my warning. As
뭘
for the
한다고
work you
그딴
did today
말을
at your
하세요?
own cauldron, I will say you've done well. I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
I'm glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet.
달인이라고 한 적
In addition to having a
없어요.
solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew
네.
here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. That'll be all.
뭐야?
Revelio.
지말만
I
해,
think
왜?
each of us has had enough excitement for one day. Class is dismissed.
얘들아, 수업 끝났대.
That was an interesting class.
Thanks to you. Wasn't precisely what I had in mind, but it was still brilliant. I appreciate your help.
이
I hope Sharp
정도쯤이야.
wasn't too disagreeable when you handed in your potion. Heard him talking about taking responsibility.
별일 아니야.
Professor
괜찮아.
Sharp was annoyed, but we sorted it out. No harm.
Cheers to that. He probably had a good chuckle after we left. Sharp may seem gruff, but I'd bet a few galleons he blew up a potion or two in his day.
생각해야.
Best be off. Next time we talk, I promise. Fewer explosions.
그래, 경솔하더라. 이거랑 얼룩덜룩 얼룩덜룩 그치 이거지.